Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War upload. And today we have a game between Jaedong and Arew here on Neo Backbone Dagon. I did not say that correctly, but hey, let's get right on into it. In the top right corner of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Arew. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is going to be Jaedong. Yes, a PVZ here from WCG 2008. Again, this is almost 10 years old now, you guys. Once again, if you have access to StarCraft Brood War replays played recently with pro-level players, I would love to be able to cast some of those. We're coming up on the time when Brood War Remastered replays should be pretty plentiful, with a lot of people that you know well. Flash has been playing Brood War Remastered at the same time. We've seen Jaedong in some recent Brood War tournaments, so they're around. These players are here. It's just kind of a matter of getting access to the replays. If you know where I can get them, send them to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Brood War, and I will definitely read that. I will read that for sure. So this is from the round of 16. 8 p.m. for these players in the top left corner. It's really all I have available for you. Have high hopes that Brood War Remastered will give us access to some more information in the replay interface and the observer interface for live games as well, but there's really no guarantee of that. Probe comes in to scout things out. It's a quick pull out of Jaedong here. Not going for a hatch quite yet. Doesn't mean it's super aggressive, though. This was not a 6 pull, as you have heard the stories about. Not a super early play. That's why the probe scout came in, though. If it was a 6 pull, it wouldn't be done yet, and it would give Arew time to do something about it. Forge coming up. It's a Forge expand here, and it's a pretty wide area to defend, but it looks like he knows exactly how to place this Forge to put up a bit of a wall to keep Lings away from where this natural base is going to go. This is something we saw a lot of in Wings of Liberty and in Heart of the Swarm. The Forge fast expand. It's kind of fallen out of favor, though. Oh, did he block the expansion? And a expansion block out of Arew as well. No, Jaedong. You're not allowed. Not allowed to do anything right there. And that's all there is to it. Cannon on the way. Getting that cannon first in case there's this early Ling pressure. Pool is done. We do have 6 Lings in production. 6 Lings in production. Likely, you know what this pylon also does? It keeps the Lings down here. Jaedong really wants to expand in this location. On this map, I don't think there's another place that's really safe to go to. He's throwing his hatch up here. Wow! Wow, this pylon forced Jaedong to throw his hatch up way in a place that is not nearly as efficient to get to. Lings, yep, forced to stay here and get rid of this pylon and get rid of this probe instead of heading up and trying to kill stuff on Arew's side of the map. This is brilliant. This is brilliant out of our Protoss player. Probe's still alive, mind you. 5-6 hit points on him. Catch the Ling trying to catch the probe. Just so slow. Just so slow without speed. It's no extractor here either, so they're not going to have speed anytime soon. The Lings got to juke around this way. Got to catch it. There it is. Caught and killed is the probe. Pylon's down as well. Another hatch. I guess this is just going to be a macro hatch from Jaedong. He needs it for the production. He needs it for the production of drones and the production of units, and then this one is a little bit better placed to be for resource collection. So he needed a 3rd hatch anyway. It's not a huge deal, I suppose. Nexus on the way. 2 cannons placed very nicely to hit any Lings that even come close to surrounding this thing. The placement is very, very good here from the Protoss players. Overlord moving on up, trying to see what it can see. 2 of them, actually. In range of a cannon, though. Get out of there, Overlord. Get out of there, Jaedong's Overlord. Don't be there. Don't be there, you silly thing. Nexus on the way here. And is there anything else from a Protoss player? Not really. It's the first gateway on the way. Wow. That is late. Getting the first assimilator back here in their main base. And gas is on the way here from Jaedong. By that, I mean it is actually being harvested at this moment in time. Pylon, rather probe, scouting around, trying to see what is up. What is up here? And the answer is nothing. There are no sneaky hatches. There's no expansions for Jaedong for you to find, but scouting is never a bad idea. I am a giant proponent of scouting. Overlord recognizes there's really nothing that can shoot up here. There's no cybernetics core. There's no Dragoons possible here for the Protoss player. I'm going to scout in, check the timing on this gas at the natural. There is no gas yet. Nexus finishes just as this Maynard transfer of probes gets here. Beautiful timing out of Arew here. I should remind, did that probe get picked off? Probe got picked off by some Lings. Don't have speed yet. Working on it. About 30-20% complete. And again, this macro hatch is coming in handy. We got drones being made from it. Extra larva is nice. You don't have queens, so the only way to increase your larva production is to make more hatches. 3rd hatch. Timing out of Jaedong makes a lot of sense. That natural is already done from Arew. Oh, and I'm going to throw this down in the bottom right where the probe scouted, trying to see if it was up, and there it is. Is that actually off a little bit? Can you bring that? I'm not going to second guess Jaedong. That is perfectly placed. Ladies and gentlemen, no questions. No questions asked. Probe scouting along the left side. Is there a base over here? No. No bases here either. There's a drone here thinking about expanding at some point. Oh, I don't think the probe saw it, though. I think the probe wanted to see if there's a hatch, didn't see one, backed out, and went home. So we've got a couple zealots defending a couple cannons here as well for Jaedong. Nothing too crazy. A lot of zealots, actually. Surprising number of zealots and another cannon. This is a very defensive build out of Arew. He really can't get much harassment done with this. I mean, I guess 3 zealots is okay, but the number of lings on the map is increasing here. Overlord sees the zealots coming down, immediately making some more lings back home. You do need about 4 lings for every zealot, so he needs about 12 zerglings, depending on his micro, to deal with these guys coming down from the Protoss base and trying to get that surround action on. Actually, the zealots don't even really want to engage, do they? Look at this micro. Well done. Getting that surround action. One of the zealots dying pretty darn quickly. And again, there's not a whole lot else to use your APM right now. So there we go. Zealots. Again, I think they killed a zergling during that attack. Lost 3 zealots in the process. Did force some lings out from Jaedong, though. He couldn't just be droning like a crazy person. He is making that base on the left side where that drone was previously, and the base in the bottom right corner is up as well. So this map does have some really tiny chokes going for it here. I mean, if you want to cross over to the other side, there are some wider ramps, but there's also places you can go that just have a teeny tiny location that you can defend pretty easily if you're Protoss. Lings here trying to run around. I guess just setting up a bit of a contain. Oh, there is a Stargate. There is a Stargate. There's a Citadel of Adun here, likely going to be, as that Corsair takes down that Overlord. Citadel of Adun likely going to lead us to a Templar Archives. Is that what this is? Nope, that's a pylon. It's really hard to know what's going on. But with the Corsair DT is a pretty good strategy. We've already seen this used once on the channel in one of the previous Brood War casts. Just because the Corsairs take out the Overlords, right? These Overlords right here that are all detectors, and that leaves the DTs free reign to roam and murder anything that they are trying to find. Spore Crawlers are detectors. You have to make some of those. But Aspire is done. What's in production here for Jaedong? We're Creep Colony and Scourge chasing hard. Is it the speed? Look at this speed. Is that even speed? Trying to juke in. Oh, Jaedong not. Oh, does get it with the hit, and another Corsair taken out. Scourge, a brilliant choice here. A brilliant choice for Jaedong. I like it very much. Sunken Colony on the way, just again because Corsairs are annoying. Overlord's coming back to safety. Recognizing if there are Corsairs out, you don't want to be out caught in the middle of nowhere. +1 attack here on the way for Arew, sitting on these 2 bases, making more Corsairs. There it is, Zealot legs on the way, making them faster. And the Templar Archives, yeah, so definitely that is a possibility here as well. Whew. All right, so where are we going to go with this? Is it going to be Mutalisk? There we go. Muta's pretty terrible against Corsairs, but as long as the Scourge have taken the Corsairs out, then they're good against everything else. They're okay against cannons, brilliant against Zealots, just because the Zealots can't shoot up. And this Mutaflock is getting big and very, very scary here. So trying to move on out. Not exactly stacked up, but I don't think it matters right now. Mutas are coming into this main base. There are a couple cannons, and there are some Corsairs out. Where are they? There's one. That splash damage on the Corsair, really great against this Muta. And when they're clumped up, the splash damage is even more effective. So that's why we're not seeing a tight clump here. But it's time for the Zealots to move down. The Zealots are here. If the Mutas are playing, trying to pick off a couple of these drones. Where are they transferring? Oh, they're trying to transfer to this base on the left side. Zealots chasing them down with their speed. They're getting shot at from above by these Mutalisks, and the Zealots really don't want anything to do with that at all. There's a Sunken Colony defending here as well. Another group of Zealots coming into this base in the bottom right corner, but 2 Sunken Colonies, enough to deal with 3 Zealots for sure. Zealots all get cleaned up by the Mutalisks, and Jaedong has some real strong map control here. Trying to go after the Sunkens anyway are these Zealots. I mean, do they have upgrades? I don't think they have upgrades. Can they protect this mineral line? Looks like they can, and some Hydras pop out just in time, with some link support coming from the main base as well. So Jaedong pretty much shutting down everything that Arew is trying to do here in this round of 16. Picking off some drones here with the Mutalisks. The Corsair count seems low. I guess there are 2 of them, which is pretty scary for the Mutas as they retreat. Lings are running away. It's 89 supply for Jaedong compared to 83 for Arew. But it's 4 base to 2 base. Really gotta see if we can get a 3rd base in here somewhere for the Protoss player. Muta's trying to pick off these Corsairs and stacking up, man. Stacking up. These guys are taking damage. But I don't think he actually cares. Jaedong's okay with this. Taking a base, and that's not a base. That's a bunch of Lings. I thought that for sure that was a base, that blue blob. Yep, Dark Templar. Dark Templar are out. Are out for the Protoss player. Got some Archons for the anti-air against the Mutas and against the Lings as well. But I don't know. Those Mutas, can they pick off this Archon is the question of the day. If they can, these ground units are in a lot of trouble. Picking them off from distance. Actually using the Glaive Worm ability to hit the Zealots and then bounce up onto the Archon without getting range of the Archon. This micro is just disgusting out of Jaedong here. He hasn't taken a single shot from these Archons again. Oh, there is a shot. Getting close enough to attack the Archon means you get close enough to get shot at, but that Archon is very low on shields 85, and as you know, there are not many, there's not much hull support here for Archons, 10 only. Did pick off a Mutalisk though, and bam! Archon explodes. Zealots and DTs trying to make their way on into this base in the bottom right corner, but there are now lurkers at this location. And Arew having a rough go of it right now. Lings coming from the top left. This is their time. This is the sign. There's some Dragoons, but guess what's really good against Dragoons? Zerglings. Zerglings are amazing against Dragoons. Is there anything in this shuttle? Is he working on Reavers? Observatory here. I don't know. Well, there's nothing there anyway. So Jaedong just making sure a 3rd base. Oh, 3rd base is coming up now on the right side here for our Protoss player. But Lings, Lurkers, Mutas rolling in on all these Dragoons and these cannons. Lurkers fantastic against most of the stuff here. Dragoons taking a ton of hits from these spines, and that's it. Arew has left the game. Jaedong able to get up to his 4 bases, able to make it happen, and able to get his particular composition, 116 supply to not 116 supply. I wish it would show me for the Protoss, but it's not. Yeah, I mean, this is, how many Lurkers is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Lurkers? 9 Lurkers is a ridiculous number of Lurkers. And the Lings as well, again, fantastic against the Dragoons. Trying to hold it, but not enough. Not enough. Also, Hydralisks coming up to join the party. Might as well join the party if there's a party going on right here. Phew. Okay, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what it's on, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.